Am I the only one that feels like this episode was a little bit too fast? I mean, there felt like there was a lot of events going down in this episode in one sitting. For instance, like, it felt like we went from the entire moment with the boat, like the entire ship freighter tipping and causing deaths, to the point where Rinka's sad, she's depressed, to the point where she's training, she's not taking it seriously, to the point to where she wants to take it seriously at the end. It felt like all these events were moving way too fast in this episode, and it felt like there was no proper pacing put in between these different scenes. Now, I could be wrong. There couldn't be an issue with pacing. I don't know, but I'm bringing this up because it felt like, from my anime viewer perspective, it seemed like this episode was going a little bit too fast for all the proper development for the characters, the emotions, the tension build-up, stuff like that. It just didn't feel like it was handled right. Now, if the manga is like this, please let me know, manga readers. I want to leave it up to you to let me know, because you always know I will usually watch the anime and then I'll read the manga afterwards. So please let me know, manga readers. So anyways, the episode really, really gets you. I mean, we get to find out something very intriguing, and I know it may not be a reference, but I'm going to just call it a reference to begin with, because Master Roshi is in this episode. Am I the only one that thought, as soon as I heard Master Roshi's name, I thought of a turtle? Freaking Master Roshi from Dragon Ball Z, he's gonna have a turtle shell on his back, he's gonna be badass and be perverted. And then my, I guess, answers were, cleared. I was pretty much correct when I saw this panda, or panda god, or Master Roshi do panda boob fist. I'm like, what the fuck? He literally panda boob fist freaking Rinka's Oppa, and I'm like, no way. It was just a straight out copy of Master Roshi. That's exactly what that panda is, and I couldn't help but laugh. I really was laughing because the name is just so obvious to Master Roshi. It's an animal, like Master Roshi. Master Roshi was a turtle, and we have this Master Roshi that is a panda. And then you have that how they were both perverted and probably old, and they were senseis and they were trainers. So there's so much similarities between those two characters, it's not even fucking funny. It really is just so similar. Like, the characters' personalities feel so close. So, pretty much, this panda Master Roshi is like a cheap knockoff of the Master Roshi from Dragon Ball. Now, I'm not putting this person down. I'm not putting the character down. I'm just saying, like, it's completely just obvious that I'm guessing the person that wrote this character, Master Roshi, in Tokyo ESP took it from Dragon Ball Z. Now, I felt the fan service, the way they used the panda's fan service of doing the panda fist, or the panda boob fist, that was pretty funny. I did laugh at that, and I mean, that type of fan service doesn't bug me because it wasn't focused on completely in this episode. It was just like maybe 5 to 10 seconds at the maximum, and that was it. It wasn't nothing too major that distracted the overall viewers. The main thing I think that was trying to show is that that person's a dirty old man, and I think it was trying to concrete the reference of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, whatever show you've watched. Now, the episode, pretty basic. Pretty much the main concept of the episode is seeing how Rinka has to move past seeing deaths and people's deaths after the events of what the professor did, and she's trying to find where Crowhead is at. Now, Crowhead is locked up somewhere with the professor, and the professor's currently controlling his abilities to where he cannot teleport out. So, technically, Crowhead is a prisoner right now. He's trapped, he's a hostage, he can't get away from Minami or the professor, and so I'm guessing eventually, probably at the end of the series, he might get saved. I think that's going to be the main objective and in-game goal at the end of the series, because I don't remember seeing Crowhead at the beginning of the first episode, for instance, of Tokyo ESP. When they showed us, like, I'm guessing, almost the climax of the arc, that's what I was told, I never saw Crowhead. I don't remember seeing Crowhead in the first episode. So, that's very intriguing. It makes me wonder, like, did he die? Or, I'm guessing, is he, like, still locked up? I don't know. Now, the episode, there's another thing they bring up in this. For instance, we find out that the police force are probably thinking about locking up and calling all espers, like, terrorists. Which is logical. You gotta think about this. Something like this will always happen when there's, like, someone that has unique ability and stuff like that. Like Tokyo Ghoul. Let's take an example from Tokyo Ghoul. How the doves, want to kill all the ghouls because they're different. And, yeah, we pretty much know that. I don't want to spoil if you haven't watched Tokyo Ghoul. But pretty much, usually when there's another being that's completely different from regular humans, usually there's gonna be some conflict, and at the exact same time, it's going to be to where they want to lock up all those different people from regular humans. And so I see that happening. There's going to be probably some political movement in this series, depending on how it goes, because since you have the professor, this one person's kind of being a terrorist, destroying human lives, killing them, and trying to just be, I'm guessing, a dictator. Well, of course you're going to have those, very extremist political views from, different sides trying to lock up espers, because, I mean, espers are dangerous. They have powers, you can't technically control them, like Rinka, for instance. I mean, you technically can't lock her up. I mean, what if she was a killer, okay? Let's just take this for a second, okay? What if Rinka was a murderer? Let's just say she was. This is speculation. If she was a murderer, and cops tried to arrest her, okay, she can easily just, phase herself. Bullets will go through her. I mean, if they lock her up, she could just easily go through the police walls. I mean, she could just walk out of a prison, so technically Rinka is uncontrollable. You can't really control her if she keeps her powers up. So I can see why they would want to lock espers up, but it's kind of confusing. I mean, how would you lock an esper up? So I eventually see, the humans developing a device like, to stop espers, or, be an anti-esper device or something that can stop their powers. I don't know. Something like how devil fruit users use, like when water touches them, or the sea prism stone. I could see something like that being used in this. So the episode, very good episode, brings up a lot of questions, and I just hope that, the overall series isn't being rushed, because someone did point out something to me last week in the comment section of my last review of Tokyo ESP, told me that the entire scene with Black Fist and that one girl, the one girl that Black Fist knew from the past, there was some form of character development between them before that specific event we got to see in the manga. And so, I don't know what event it was, but it was important character development, and they skipped over it. Now, this isn't Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul is just rearranging everything and putting it back together. Tokyo ESP, on the other hand, is actually, going the path it's supposed to do besides the first episode. So, hopefully they're not rushing things. Like I said, I'm just waiting on the manga readers to let me know. Please let me know, Chibits that are manga readers, and tell me your thoughts about this episode. Anime only watchers, did you also think it was rushed, and how'd you feel about this episode? Because personally, even though it was rushed, I did enjoy the episode. The episode was good, and I liked it. It was a good episode. I hope it doesn't have those problems, because that will really degrade the overall value from the anime, because it definitely will turn off a lot of people from watching this series if it does rush the plot point. So tell me your thoughts. I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.